Harry, Tom Helm, you think, was around the England setup for a few years. He's had some injuries, but the last 2 years he's been very fit, very strong. Well, a heavy inside edge for Jason Roy. Always a good place to bowl to Jason Roy, you feel, just running the ball back in, bowled an LBW. Always feel there's a little gap just to try and sneak it through, and Helm wasn't far away. Jason Roy on the charge, that's a cracker. A wonderful shot. Great footwork from Jason Roy. Really swift on his feet and down to the pitch and just pumps him over the top. Yeah, David Mills has sent it upstairs. I think Richard Kettleborough is our third umpire today. I think it's going to be a boundary. Boundary 4, yeah. Lovely shot, Jason Roy. Show his intention straight away. That's a good start for Surrey. Single to finish 13 off it. Well, not for the first time. Inside edge. It just shows us a little bit of seam. You're talking about bowling. Swing it away, nip it in, swing it away. All the field up on the offside to Jason Roy. Whose call is that? Berendorf experienced, Tom Helm experienced, but not as much as his international colleague. Is that captain, coach, or is the bowler at top of the mark saying, no, I want this field? Jason Roy slaps it, charges. Another boundary. It's a good shot. It's a safe shot.
Only half a bat on it, but it's more than enough to take it to the boundary.
Yeah, it's only probably 4th and a half, maybe 5th stump max, but Jason Roy gives himself a couple of inches, so it ends up being probably 6th, 7th stump by the time Jason Roy gets himself in the hitting position and just flays it away over the offside. Again, charging. Brilliant. Top class. This is international standard. Jason Roy carving 2 back-to-back boundaries through point. Through the offside, Jason Roy. Beautiful shot. Gives himself a little bit of width again. Got length that time and hit it a long way in front. There was protection deep point.
Yeah, some protection out there. I don't know if the plan is to hang it outside off to Jason Roy from the nursery end, given that short leg side boundary, but that was too much width, and despite the protection out there, he timed it well enough to beat the man.
Lovely. Well, that is simply delightful. Just a little chip, little shuffle across and outside his crease, and just a flick of the wrist for 6.
Like the old classic 1-2, you get pulled for 4 and then you get driven for 4 the next ball. Do batters, you'd know better than me, do batters premeditate a little bit in this format of the game? Would Jason have been expecting a straighter delivery there?
100%. Jason Roy knew exactly what was coming there. No! Jason Roy before tonight's game, 138 runs, striking at 136. Good numbers, but not numbers you'd say that Jason Roy is probably absolutely thrilled with. So just wonders tonight, 27 from 12, he's got a good start. Nick, just past John Simpson, diving away to his right. 3rd is inside the ring, it's another boundary. 15 off it, 38 with that loss. Well, no slip in play. John Simpson, ooh, maybe just a fingertip. No slip in play, Toby. Brilliant hands. Top class hands there from Jason Roy, because it angled back in and got a little bit big in him, and he was good enough and had enough control just to roll it through that gap, and again down a deep 3rd for a 4.
Yeah, able just to use the length there and a tiny little bit of width just to guide it down there. I think it's a good shout from you. You know, I think that deep third position could have been useful given the pitch, given we know that there's going to be a bit of zip. There's just been a bit of rain. There's some green grass on it.
Well, misses out. Full toss. Crunched. Well, Owen Morgan. Slashed away. Great hit. Jason Roy's gone all the way too. That's a brilliant shot. The hand speed through the ball just gets the elevation and the pace, take it all the way.
You know, from behind the keeper all the way around to point, backward point. Lots of runs leaking in that area. Part of it is down to field placing, part of it is just down to just a little bit of width. Never easy coming out, big crowd. There's just been a bit of rain around, ball might be a little bit slippy in your hand. And the Middlesex bowlers are under a bit of pressure here.
Well, it's another really good over. Jason Roy looks in great touch. 50 up, 4 overs bowled, 50 without loss. Roy wants 2, should get back for 2. Will Jacks is quick. Running down that hill. Pretty good. Pretty good from the Surrey batters. Scamper back from 3. It was a nice control drive from Jason Roy. He's clever too, Chris Green. You know, he comes over every year to the UK, play a bit of club cricket in Essex, just in case an overseas falls through. And there he is. I'm here. I've got my visa. I'm available. Well done, Chris Green.
The worst case scenario, he hits the golf course.
To be fair, he could wear anything and look good, couldn't he?
He is a very, very solid player, though. He's been doing it for a long time. He had plenty of experience in the Caribbean Premier League, in the Big Bash League, of course. Scythed away. It's a long chase. Just couldn't stop it. It has allowed Jason Roy to go to a very well played half century. Just 24 balls, 7 fours and 2 sixes.
52 from only 24 balls faced. That's what he's about. Very exciting, very dynamic. Always puts the bowlers under pressure.
Swept away. Flat. And 6. Just had to wait for umpire Pollard to raise the arms.
Yeah, he's hit this with tremendous power. He's gone on length. He's gone to the short boundary. He's hit it flat, hard. Crowd, be careful. Catching somewhat suspect, Charles.
I think avoidance is the best cause. Almost hit 2 well. We were thinking of 2 from the start, but just a single to conclude the over. A good one for Surrey. Another Middlesex seamer. It's well controlled from Roy. Just got a little bit big on him. Rolling the wrist. Carbon copy of the previous delivery. I just wonder as well, you've done this for a long time, and you've experienced all of the cricket around the world. Do you still get that fizz and that buzz from turning out on nights like this?
Yeah, of course. The last couple of years was difficult, for us playing cricket, without crowds. But for me, yes, playing cricket over a period of time, but you got to love it. And that's something that, I do. Some young guys, to go through the ranks. And I thought over the COVID period, we did a very good job, at that. A couple of young guys coming through. We had a disappointing sort of World Cup, as well. But after that, we were able to invest, in these youngsters. So I've seen, there are a lot of guys there that needs to play a lot of cricket together, as well. And obviously, I wouldn't have been there for much longer. So I just thought it was the best time to give the next white ball captain the opportunity to play, 14, 15 games before the next World Cup. Sort of gel the team together and put his stamp on where West Indies cricket, wants to go forward.
You thought that was going to be a tough question, didn't you? He's just nailed it. That is a perfect piece of placement. Can't tell you how good Jason Roy's hands were in this particular shot to thread it through the gap for 4.
Low full toss from Green. Jason Roy just opened himself up a little bit and placed that through extra cover. Fantastic cricket shot.
Almost thought he got through in that. Quicker one from Green.
That's good bowling. This has been impressive from Martin Anderson, just 25 years of age.
Oh, nice.
You're just saying off air there that Southern Ryan, and I alluded, probably doesn't love practicing. He's so talented.
Oh!
Well, Jason Roy tries something.
Suck it, Greeny. Suck it, Greeny.
6-year contract for Chris Green. I've added 2 extra years onto his contract. Just clawed their way back in, Harry. Middlesex, the home side, looked like they were well behind the game. The last 3 or 4 overs, been pretty good with the ball. Pretty good bowling. Went for the wide Yorker. It's going to run away though. No protection down a fine leg. We've seen 2 or 3 of them this evening for Jason Roy.
Yeah, just bubbling along. 128 for 3. Nice platform. Some destructive batters sat in the dugout ready to come in. And yeah, they'll be eyeing up 200 still, won't they? You'd have thought.
Well bowled. Well, Kyron Pollard, I was in Antigua 2 winters ago, I reckon. It was amazing working with Ian Bishop on that game, because Ian Bishop, who was the wordsmith in the commentary box, even Ian was struggling to come up with superlatives for the stroke play and the power. What a shot. Lovely shot, Jason Roy. Doesn't try to overhit that. Gets the length and just lifts it over extra cover. Uses his hands really well here, Jason Roy. He's motoring. Moved on to 80. Well, 2 years ago, I reckon, Jason Roy, when he used to walk out of bat for England, opposition went spin. So Jason Roy, I think, 18 months ago probably, realised that and started putting some serious yards in. All of a sudden, Jason Roy came out against spin, sweeping reverse, which we never saw.
Oh, he's bowled it. Really good piece of bowling. Anderson's been excellent tonight. He really has. Very good disciplines.
Team Young Anderson bowling well. They said slower ball. And Jason playing it far too early, dragging it on. And just lodging a stump. He'd be disappointed with that, but it's a fantastic innings from Jason Roy. 81 from 45 balls face, 154 for 5.